Hi, Rishi.
Hi, Nathan.
Thanks for helping me with my project.
Sure, yeah.
So, NASA's planning to send people to the moon in
Mm.
2024. Did you know about this?
I did not know about this.
Oh, and most of the people I've talked to, I've almost done like 90 interviews so far. Pretty much 85 of them said the same thing.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what does NASA need to do?
Well, so I mean, I was aware that like there were plans to send people to the moon, but I didn't know about like any specific trips. What does NASA need to do? I mean, I guess get on TV somehow, get on the news, talk about it. Otherwise, like, how are people gonna find out?
Do you watch TV?
I mean, more than TV, I guess I would watch YouTube more than TV or like Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of my watching is like Amazon or Netflix, like no commercials. And
Yeah.
so I just,
That's a good point.
kind of live in my own bubble.
Right, but I mean, even for the people who do watch TV, right? I mean, it would still get some awareness out there, or like, people still watch the news, right? So, yeah.
When was the last time you watched the news?
I mean, today,
Really?
yeah. I mean, not the news on TV, but like videos on YouTube about the news. So,
Oh, okay. So do you know the last time we went to the moon?
I do not know the last time we went to the moon.
Do you think it was this century or last century?
Last century.
Would you believe 1972?
Yeah, I would believe 1972.
Yeah. Do you know the first time? It
I
was
don't know the first
3
time.
years before that, just 1969.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we sent 12 white men between 1969 and 1972 to actually walk on the moon.
Mhm.
Part of this new program called the Artemis program is to send the first woman.
Okay.
So that's kind of a big thing. But what do you think about it?
I mean, so it's cool that they're going again. Since this is not the first time, it's definitely not as exciting as about like if you told me, oh, this is the first time we're going to the moon, right? I think it's cool, but I at the same time it's kind of underwhelming because it's not the first time. It's cool that I mean this time it's not just 12 white men, right? Can you tell me anything else? Like you said, like the first woman. Is there any other?
We discovered that there's like water ice in the poles of the moon in like I think 2010 or so, and so we want to go and see, is that usable? Can we actually get the ice out? The moon has like a 1 degree tilt relative to the sun, whereas like the Earth is like 26 degrees or something like that.
Okay.
So, and it has like these big craters, so it has like these areas that never ever get sunlight, and it has no atmosphere, so it's extremely cold. And so like over billions of years, comets have impacted the moon, and little water molecules have made it in here and accumulated. And so they're hoping to be able to see if they could develop that as a resource.
That sounds cool. I mean, like again, like if there's some, once they go there, if there's some interesting stuff that they find, they make any interesting discoveries, or they bring back any interesting information. That that would be more exciting than them just going to the moon, right? It would be cool if somehow they got there way faster than last time, right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess the issue is that I just don't know enough about this, right? If I knew more about this, if I'd heard more about this more often, then I would have, I guess, more to say. Yeah.
There's like so much to know, I mean, like since like 1972, I mean, the internet has become popular, like the explosion of human knowledge, and it's just like pretty intense, I think. So it's hard for everybody to know about everything.
Yeah, it's true, sure.
So some people say, we have our problems here on Earth. Why are we spending money going to the moon? What are your thoughts along those lines? Like,
so isn't there like a group of people who also think that? Actually, am I thinking about a movie? What am I thinking about? There's like a group of people who think that maybe at some point. Actually, sorry, I'm thinking of Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. The whole idea of like life on Earth is not at the end of the day it's not going to be sustainable. So, I mean, if that were the case, then I think it would make sense to go to the moon again, because I was thinking about Interstellar. That's not really the case right now. at least. Why are we? I mean, why are we spending money to go to the moon? I mean, I remember in college I took an astronomy class and we talked about this. And basically, I kind of agreed with what we talked about, which was that, I mean, if there's life out there, then they may be able to help us, or we may be able to help them, right?
Yeah, there's that Brad Pitt film. What was it called? Ad Astra, where they're trying to like get in contact with like an extraterrestrial civilization to help solve our problems.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds interesting.
Yeah. Well, can I spoil it for you?
I don't care. Yeah, sure.
Can I spoil it for you too? But at the end of it, they kind of give up on contacting. They're like, we got to solve our own problems.
Oh my God. Okay, so that was the message of that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. I get who decided to write that. I mean, like, why would they write that? Is there any scientific evidence that would suggest that's a better approach, or is that just what they decided to write?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
But I mean, one thing is, even if there is life out there, and they're more advanced, who's to say they'll help us? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we're not exactly like helping squirrels and birds and mass numbers, and we're more in.
That's a good point. Yeah. So maybe you should destroy my argument. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Then I mean, that's a good point. Like, but I mean, how much money is being spent on NASA anyway, right? It's not that much compared to everything else.
22 billion this year, with looking at bumping it up to 25 billion next year, but that was before coronavirus. So
Yeah.
who knows what's gonna happen now?
Yeah, but compared to like, I mean, people talk about like we spend a lot more on like the military budget.
Yeah, 700 billion. And,
Yeah. So compared to that, I mean, it's pretty small.
And we spend like 30 billion a year renewing our nuclear arsenal. So this is actual weapons meant to destroy all life.
Yeah. So I don't really see the argument for decreasing. I could see the argument for not increasing it very much, right? Not increasing the NASA budget, but I don't see any argument for decreasing it. I think it's still useful to explore, on the off chance that like there is something useful to find out there. And I think there is, right? I mean,
Well, knowledge for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, apparently, like electromagnetism was kind of discovered by astronomers observing light and what have you from other systems, realizing that light and radio waves and what have you were the same phenomenon, just different frequencies, and without like radio, I mean, we wouldn't have wireless communications, and the world would be very different. We wouldn't have GPS. We wouldn't have.
That's a good example. Yeah, so I guess we don't know what we would get out of it, but there's a good chance we would get something useful out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So let's say space travel became safe and affordable, and you could go into orbit, and it would be like as safe as getting on a plane. Do you have any interest in going into space?
If it was like, if you could really tell me that if it was as safe and affordable as going on a plane, then I mean, I would want to try it for sure. After I try it once, I would see and maybe go again, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah.
Depends on the experience, I guess.
Yeah, but I think it would be worth trying at least once, right? Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
This was very interesting conversation. Yeah, for sure.
Good deal.